Hello, welcome to With All Due Respect extended version on Loud Silence Radio and TV. What you see now, it's just the familiarization episode where I come on the show, talk for 2 minutes, let you know that the show is going to start in the next 2 or 3 minutes. My producer wants me to test the system. We need to make sure that all our equipment are working perfectly. You know, this is a new age, and computers can fail, no matter what you think about it. So I'm just here to at least let you know that the show is going to actually start officially in the next 2 or 3 minutes. Today we're going to be talking about the EC and matters arising. We're going to be interviewing a couple of people, very, very important personalities in Ghana who actually have issues with the EC now. And also they want to express their views on what is happening. So it's a packed show. We will be discussing a few things on social media, from Twitter, Facebook, all the way to the radios and what's making headlines in the respective news in Ghana. So today's show is going to be a very packed one. My name is Kevin Taylor. If you want to follow this show, you can go straight on YouTube. Yes, on YouTube, just follow Loud Silence Radio and TV Network. Just go there, subscribe, and you're going to get notification every time we come live. You can also follow us on Facebook, With All Due Respect page. Just like the page or follow the page, and you're going to get notification the moment we come online. Also, you can download our app, the radio app, Loud Silence Radio. It's a yellow app, very beautiful, gold. And then it's compatible with Android and also iOS. So this is the familiarization piece whereby I tell you that call a friend to tell a friend and tell another friend to tell a friend that Kevin Taylor is online, that Kevin is on live, and that we're going to be talking about Ghana. Ghana is our main focus. We need to make sure that the right thing is done in Ghana, especially people we've given power to handle our country and the future generation. So if you're watching me, this is With All Due Respect extended version. This is the best show. And I know there are people online now writing. I'm going to be reading a few comments when the show officially starts, and then on YouTube and also on Facebook. So today, there's going to be a new addition to the show. We're going to be taking in phone calls. I'll be giving you the chance to call into the show and also make some submissions and what you think. So we're going to have a family discussion today. I always say that people listening to me on radio, on TV, on YouTube, you are family. I think with you guys, and I know that you guys also love me the way I love you back. So we're going to be having a very, very good show today. The number to keep on your phone, in fact, the number is +1 if you are out of the United States. It's +1 202 751 8769. +1 202 751 8769. This is the number we'll be using today. We'll be taking in phone calls. I'll be talking to you, my family. So in the next 2 minutes, I'll be back to officially start the extended version of With All Due Respect today. My name is Kevin Taylor, and this network is Loud Silence Radio.
Baby, I know so you go home, chair. So I'ma take you to America. My new home, America. My new home, America. Baby, I know so you go home, chair. So I could take you to America. My new home, America. My new home, America. Baby, I know so you go home, chair. So I could take you to America. My new home, America. My new home, America. Baby, I know so you go home, chair. So I could take you to America. My new home, America. My new dance, America. 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 This country way, everything is different. Yeah, they know say you go, yeah. So I go take you to America. And you home, America. And you dance, America. Yeah, they know say you go, yeah. So I go take you to America. From Africa to America. From Africa to America. This country way, everything be different, everything not different. Yeah. This country way, everything not different, everything not different. Baby, I know say you go home, child. So I'ma take you to America. My new home, America. My new home, America. Baby, I know say you go home, child. So I go take you to America. My new home, America. My new home, America. Baby, I know say you go home, child. So I go take you to America.
Welcome back to Loud Silence Radio. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. This is the extended version of With All Due Respect. With All Due Respect, you know, has been on Facebook for some time now. Now we're doing the extended version. The extended version is simple. We just want to have you, the family, part of the conversation. All that we're going to do is we're going to talk about the issues and also allow you, our listener, our follower, to also take part in the conversation. So basically, the extended version is to make sure that everybody's voice is heard. Today, we have an interesting topic to talk about. We will be talking about the Electoral Commission. Yes, today's show is going to be actually we'll be looking at the activities of the Electoral Commission. You know, the topic of the day or the issues Ghanaians are discussing now is whether we need a new voters register or not. The EC is fixated in getting Ghanaians a new register. Now, the problem is the key players. The key players, when I say the key players, people who really matter when it comes to electoral issues in Ghana, the political parties, you know, the technical people who know about elections, majority of them, especially the political parties, they have come out to say that they don't think that the EC needs to bring up a new register. So it's a whole lot of things. So many groups have come out. So many people have complained. The True Drivers Union, they came out last week to say that they don't really like the idea of EC taking so much money, like a billion Ghana cedis, to go prepare a new register, and that they think that we can use those monies to help the deprived people in Ghana. You know, people drinking from dirty streams and all of that. You could create better health clinics and health facilities for Ghanaians in our deprived areas. Center for Democratic Development, CDD, also came out to speak against this EC's decision of creating a new register. The Coalition of Domestic Election Observers, CODIO, has asked EC to dialogue with the parties instead of acting unilaterally. They also talked about why they think it is not proper for us to have a new voter register. You know, Imani Africa, their leader, Franklin Kujo, also spoke on this issue. Also, Justice Syed also talked on it. Professor Jampo, you know, Professor Jampo was in the news a few months ago, but he's speaking out on this issue. His problem is about the timing. He thinks that the timing is so wrong. We should do it, but the timing is wrong. Why can't the EC just wait after this election before they touch the voter register? The Inter-Party Resistance also organized a press conference. And on Monday the 6th, they also talked about this whole thing. The political parties came together. They don't agree. They are the main players. They came out and they say they don't agree to what the EC is about to do. The coalition of CSOs, yes, they also have spoken. They had forum yesterday in Accra, and I'll be playing excerpt of that forum yesterday. So it's a big topic. 2020 elections is a big deal for Ghanaians, and majority of Ghanaians, especially the stakeholders are coming out. They are speaking. They are saying that EC, Madam EC, Jen Bloku Alote Mensa, please just exercise some patience. We have had enough of these obstructions at the EC. Recently, the EC opened up new registers, allowing the young ones to come in. I mean, when I say the young ones, people who are going to be 18 and over to come register. Suddenly, the EC is out again to tell us that they don't want to continue and that they want to have a new register in all, which is quite shocking because the amount of money involved in this exercise is crazy. If we are lucky, today on this show, we will have the opportunity to talk to some individuals. Hassan Ayariga, everybody knows Hassan Ayariga. He has spoken and we will be talking to him. He is a presidential candidate. He has contested on several occasions, and I know he's somebody we don't have to, in fact, introduce to Ghanaians. we might get lucky and talk to him, because before I talked to him, he was getting on the flight. But he's assured me that he's going to get on the flight on the show today. We also will be talking to Seth Thompson of ASEPA. He's the director of ASEPA. So today's show is really packed. Today's show is really, really packed. Time check is 2:15 in the United States. I know it's 7:15 in Ghana and 7:15 in the UK. This is Loud Silence Radio, and this is Loud Silence Media Network. We actually transmitting live on all networks, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. Everywhere you go, we are there. We are making sure that the good news gets to the people. I'll be playing audios of what happened when the CSOs organized a forum on the new voter register. In fact, I will be playing pieces of what Kwesi Pratt actually said at the event. Don't go away. This is the best show in the city now. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. I'm going to read a few messages. Yes, few messages. Then after that, we can go straight into the show. So on Facebook, it's blinking. It's blinking. We have 450 people live on Facebook watching us from all over the world, from Asia, Europe, Africa, and the Americas. Everybody is watching Loud Silence Radio, Loud Silence TV, and the show is Loud Silence with all due respect extended version. A lot of Loud Silence stuff coming up. So forgive me when I'm using a lot of Loud Silence, because they have been the hallmark of this whole production. So on Facebook, I'm going to read a few messages and read a few messages too on YouTube. And if you're watching me now, don't be disturbed. This show is the best show in town. As my producer told me, Kevin, look into the camera, talk to them, let them know they are your friends and they are family. So I'm waving at everybody now. This show has just started. And on Facebook, Josephine Pipra Edubofo says, Kwavlon Mola and 5 others, they are all watching us live. Eko Bedu Asan says, Abronko Bedu Amogu, we need an account version, jobless. Thank you, sir. We will think about that. Gaddafi Kalmo Asuman says, I'm here some. Fifi says +1 202 751 8769. That's the phone lines we'll be using today. Thank you very much, Fifi. Al Hassan Hamida says, God bless you, Kevin. God bless you too, Al Hassan. Felix Mawenyega says, wow, great man. Great job. Keep it up. God bless you. God bless you too, my friend. Collins Mahamaba says, +1 202 2751 8769. Samri Badagi says, keep it up, boss. Thanks for revealing this tyrant administration of an MPP. Val Thompson says, NDC man. Thank you, sir. Somebody needs to talk to some people. Stephen Lazadu say, I love your submission. Thank you, Stephen. Ken Farrakhan, I'm watching you from Sweden. How are you guys doing in Sweden? We are in the United States. It's getting a little bit cold now, and I hope Sweden is getting more colder. Ken Farrakhan. Ahmed Salim Ahmed Salim is watching. How are you doing, Ahmed Salim? I know you're watching me live from Abuasi. You're a good friend. How are you doing, sir? Van Jerry says, we have to resist this new voter register. So what if I traveled out of the country and can't come back and register, but would come in December to vote? Waziri Basiru says, we love you so much, Kevin. I also love you guys. Makafui Alabama Awonam. I'm sorry if I don't get your name right. I really apologize for that. Sometimes it's a bit difficult to get, especially with names. People are really attached to their names, and you should at least show some good respect to people's names. So if I don't get your name perfectly or get it right, please forgive me. It's one of those things. Makafui Alabama Awonam says, right from Abo VR Volta region, I am glued like never before. Thank you, sir. Samira Abubakar says, good evening. Good evening, Samira. How are you doing? And good evening to the President, Nana Dankwe Kufuor, the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, ex-presidents, John Ajekum Kufuor, Mr. President. How are you doing, sir? Good evening to Jerry John Rawlings, and good evening to John Dramani Mahama. Thank you guys for helping us get to this point. Back to the messages goes to Alberta Atiga. Say, bro, you are doing a good job. Thank you, sir. Al Hassan Hamida says, 2020, we go show them their level. Patrick Kofi Zanu is watching. How are you, Patrick? Emmanuel Entry, I'm listening here in the UK. You are in focus. My brothers and sisters watching me today, I always tell you, focus, and you get to the last cent. Kanbuachi is watching with you. Solomon Bomegbe says, watching you live in Ghana. Thank you, Solomon. Good evening with good listening. Atopa Stony. Atopa Stony, I like your name. Atopa Stony. I know my producer likes the name. Atopa Stony. All right. Mary in call says, hello. Hello, Mary. Hello. Ernest Ansu says, you need Grammy Awards. Thank you very much, sir. Buddy Love is watching. Hajia Jumai Zawal, if you are PNC, rise up raise up your hands. Okay. Khan Farrakhan is back. He says, I love your program so much. Thank you, Ken. Let's get started. Mensa Senior Paul. Mensa Cecil says, watching you live from Stockholm, Sweden. Let's stop that slay queen of an electoral commission. She's so arrogant, disrespectful. Silly and stupid things like this can only happen in Africa. That's in Ghana. She has the guts to tell Ghanaians that the public cannot dictate what she should do. Who is paying her? Whose money is the Electoral Commission using? When the Electoral Commissioner comes out to say that she does not need advice from the public, it's a serious issue. Very, very serious. And we're going to delve into such issues. Kujo Dugbo says, wow, Kevin, I love your show. Watching you live from Dansuman. How are you guys doing, Dansuman? From Russia. First stop, last stop, Akuko Photo. All the way down, all the way down. I have some friends all the way up there. How are you guys doing in Dansuman? Agbeku Amuzu is watching. Sylvia Zunu, I'm late. Oh, I hope I haven't missed anything. My love, you've not missed anything. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning. This is the intro to the show. I'm trying to read messages on Facebook and also messages on YouTube. What is happening on YouTube? Let me see what's happening on YouTube now. On YouTube, we have about 184 people watching us live now. And some of the messages coming in is simple, says Black Man King. Black Man King is back. Kevin, hope you are doing good. I'm doing good, sir. Kwamina York says, good to have you once again. Majid Mafo on YouTube says, good work done, bro. Good work, my friend. Kwabena Mensa Bediakon, please kindly tell us more. Kwamina York, can't wait to hear what you have today. Good evening, bro. Good job. Keep it up. Godfred Goku. Jude Nana Dampe says, with all due respect, you are doing a good job. Thank you, sir. Well, keep it up. Abubakar Sadiq Abdullah. Abubakar Sadiq Abdullah watching you live from Qatar. How are you guys doing in Qatar? Bertrand Mlofenyo. Hi, Kevin Taylor. Courageous man, indeed, watching you from Dunkwa on a thing. This Bertrand Mlofenyo. Soda Sosu says, wow, Kevin, you're looking handsome. Thank you very much. You see, the women then come and talk nice things. Guys come hard stories. Thank you. Women come and say, Kevin, look nice. Then to my head make big. You see, we the guys with big head. If you tell me we are looking nice, that's all. That's all that we need. Apart from that and a coin. Okay, so Soda said, and Bismarck Sevi says, good work done, Kevin. Thank you, sir. Akuma Kofi watching live from China. How are you guys doing in China? That's quite a distance. Kwame York says, I really admire your shirt. Oh, Jack, this one, false. But you see, don't mind the body. The engine is the main thing. Okay, Shamsuddin Amadou says, Ghana must change. Alex Kwabnanyame says, good afternoon, Kevin. Watching you live from New York City. More fire. Keep it up. New York, from the Bronx all the way to Manhattan. How are you guys doing in New York? Then Dingo Sia says, Netherlands. Thank you, sir. Ked, you are just smashing. Keep hitting them hard. Thank you, sir. Isaac Emisa, good work, bro. Keep it up. Inusa Zekaria, hi. How are you doing, Inusa? Farkan Harun Boachi says, boss, on a lighter side, nice outfit, no more white shirt, but I heard the president, Nana Dankwe Kufuor, commending the work of National Identification Authority while people are sleeping outside. That's a good submission. We will talk about that. Nana Riafi says the Minister of Truth is here once again. Minister of Truth. In fact, I make it 124th Minister in Ghana. Kofi Ahima says, great work. Keep it up. So lots and lots of messages coming in. When I get a signal, I'm going to go for a short break. When I come back, the show officially starts and we're going to delve into the issues. Before I break, I just want you to understand that we will be having interviews. Now, Hassan Ayariga has confirmed that he will be giving us an interview, and we'll also be talking to Seth Thompson of ASEPA. So this is going to be a great show that you cannot miss. Call your friend, tell them, let them call another friend and tell them that Kevin Ekobedu Taylor and his team are live on air. You can watch this show live on YouTube by just subscribing to our page, Loud Silence Radio and TV Network. You can also upload or download our app, the Loud Silence Radio app. It's compatible with Android and also iOS. On Facebook, it's With All Due Respect. And then when you go there, all notifications will be sent to you directly. This is the show you can't miss out. I keep telling you, my fellow Ghanaian, that you just have to focus. When you focus, you're going to get to the last cent. We are focused. People listening to me, because of the respect I have for you, we will never, in any day, give you false information. We'll make sure that we hold that respect in high esteem. So on this platform, tell a friend to join a friend, and that this show is going to start in a few minutes. After this short break, I'll be coming back to start the show.
My new home, America. My new home, America. Girl, I know say you go, America. This country way, everything is different. Yeah, they know say you go, yeah. So I go take you to America. And you home America. And you dance America. Yeah, they know say you go, yeah. So I go take you to America. From Africa to America. From Africa to America. This country way, everything be different, everything not different, yeah. This country way, where everything not different, everything not different. From the road to the food to the street to the house, yeah. Everything be different, everything be different.
Radio, Loud Silence TV, and with all due respect, this is the extended version of With All Due Respect. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. You can watch this show live. Yes, you can watch this show live on Facebook. Just go and follow the page. And the page is With All Due Respect. Go click on it. You're going to get notifications every time we come live on air. You can also follow the show on YouTube. Just go and subscribe to our page, Loud Silence Radio and TV Network. You can also listen to us live on our radio app, Loud Silence Radio. Go on, it's compatible with Android and also iOS. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. Today's discussion is about the Electoral Commission. I think we don't need a PhD holder to come and explain what is happening to the Electoral Commission and Ghanaians. Now, we're going to be talking about why the EC is so fixated in changing the register. It is shocking. Now, my little editorial today is going to be on that particular topic. It's looking like the Electoral Commissioner, Jane Bloku Alote Mensah, has made it a project, or I don't know, she's made it a project for herself to make sure that she goes against the will of the people. And when I say the will of the people, we the people who gave her that power, who gave the president the power to make sure that she's appointed as the Electoral Commissioner. So it is about time we started speaking truth to power, and that individuals who occupy political positions, who occupy positions like Jane Mensah, civil servant, career civil servants, they can't make decisions on their own. They have to, one way or the other, take the submissions of we the citizens, especially when it comes to issues with our elections. You know, when Jane Mensah says that she does not need the permission of the political parties or the key players to make decisions on our electoral on our elections, it's a big issue, because let's take the GFA. The GFA decides to make some new amendments, try to put together some new laws and clauses, and they say that you're not going to invite the PLB. So who are you making the laws for? At the end of the day, the people you will be making those laws for, or you've decided to ignore them, neglect them. At the end of the day, I feel that this lady is too arrogant, disrespectful. Yeah, she doesn't respect anybody because she feels that she owns that position she is in now. And I don't blame her, because today my own party, the NPP, we are not even making any statement. It's so shocking that I've never heard any NPP political communicator or NPP communicator speak against the decision by the EC. Suddenly, everything the EC is doing now is good for the NPP. But remember, in 2015, before the elections, the same NPP, my own NPP, we talked about changing the voter register. It went to court. So why is it that today we are so happy with the EC? We can't speak against their actions, and their actions are terrible. It was recently that we opened registration for new voters. These kids who are going to be 18, they all were in line. It wasn't even perfect. It wasn't even a perfect exercise. We did this. We spent so much money to make sure that these names are compiled. In a few months, the same EC turns around to say that the register is over bloated, it is stretched, and whatever. So we have to wipe everything and redo everything again, demanding over 338 million to do that. Now, the political parties who are the key players in this issue are saying that, you know what, Madam Isi, we don't think the reasons you are giving for change for this exercise you want to put in place is right, and that you need to sit with us. Let's dialogue. Let's make sure that we all meet at a point before we take such decision. But this woman, this new electoral commissioner, doesn't want to take nonsense from anybody because she feels that she's working for only one political party, and that is the NPP, which I belong to. It is disturbing. And if we Ghanaians think that this is nothing, I'm telling you, this is dangerous than even the election itself, because the referee who is going to conduct a free and fair elections, she has already taken sides. Why do I say that? When you go to the Electoral Commission, and I'm going to play the audio from yesterday's forum by the CSOs. Kwesi Pratt made a very good point. He said that electoral commissioners, I'm talking about the electoral commissioner, her assistant, and all these guys, we were here when the referendum was cancelled. But before the referendum was cancelled, the deputy electoral commissioner, or whatever, he went to Ohio. He was campaigning that people should vote yes. And this is on tape. I am not making this up. He was campaigning and telling Ghanaians that, you know what, go and vote yes. It's a referendum. People have the right to choose the side they want. The president himself also came out to say that yes vote is the best vote. And he called that a referendum. So the same thing has translated. So you have to understand that the EC is now polarized to the point whereby they can make, decisions by themselves. And we have to understand this. Electoral malpractices and attempts to engage in fraudulent deals in our election must be addressed in a timely manner to prevent their spread throughout the system of governance. All the organizations and individuals who have kicked against the compilation of a new voter register have raised the issue of timing and cost. I'm taking my time to let people understand my editorial today. Now, ECOWAS protocol new voter register have raised the issue of timing and cost. ECOWAS protocol on democracy and governance, which Ghana is a signatory to, touches on this issue in its article, that's Article 2.1, that, and I quote, no substantial modification shall be made to the electoral laws in the last 6 months before election, except with the consent of majority of political actors. I'm going to take these statements again. ECOWAS protocol on democracy and good governance, which Ghana is a signatory to, touches on the issue in its article, tackles on the issue. Now, it says that no substantial modification shall be made to the electoral laws in the last 6 months before elections, except with the consent of majority of political actors. End of quote. So now, why is the EC bent on making sure that this electoral, this register is put together? The main actors, which are the political parties, are saying that, you know what, Madam Commissioner, we don't accept this. In fact, out of respect, we want to meet you, have dialogue. We have to have a communication. We need to at least meet at a point. You've not given any serious reason why you want to do this. The last time it was about how the air conditions, there are no air conditions and the system is overheated. So many frivolous excuses from the EC. Now, the Intercity Party Resistance organized a press conference against the new voter register on the need to resist the placement and current biometric register for the 2020 elections at the Accra International Conference Center. It was on Monday. These are the players. After that, the coalition of CSOs also organized a public forum yesterday on the proposal of the Electoral Commission to compile a new voter register for 2020 elections. Now, they caption it, does Ghana need a new register? These are the key players. These are the key players ECOWAS was talking about, the political party, the CSOs, people who have been involved in elections for all these years. These guys are having series of forums and press conferences telling the EC that the decision you are about to take is not going to help. The decision you are about to take is going to destabilize the nation. But what is forcing Jane Bloku Alote Mensah to still go on with this. You know, the CSOs raised a couple of issues because they think and believe the EC's reason for a new register isn't convincing enough. And everybody knows that their reasons for creating a new register isn't convincing. In fact, they talked about the data center. Well, the EC said their data center is outdated. So I don't think that should affect the register. If the data center is outdated, the register, why should they affect it? I don't know why it should affect it. The EC also said that the biometric equipment, the BVD, is obsolete. So if it is obsolete, does it mean that we have to wipe everything and redo it again? It does not make any sense. Now, the EC also said the data transmission system not effective, the VMS. Now, the EC also said need for facial recognition technology to eliminate manual verification. You have to understand that 0.6%, this facial recognition thing, it played like 0.6% in our last elections. That means it's insignificant. We don't even need it. It didn't really play any part in deciding the elections. It's like nothing. So why is the EC wanting to use that as an excuse to create a new register? With all due respect, my fellow Ghanaians, this is where we are now. Today, our elections is being the person who is supposed to be the referee. And since Jane Mensah became the Electoral Commissioner, so many things have happened. You can start it from the referendum all the way to Ayawaso. You see, I feel this lady is not groomed for this job. She's incompetent and she doesn't really know what she's doing. She is confused, and then I also know, because I've done a couple of pieces on Jane Mensah, she's working for the current government. It is obvious. We don't have to be using nice words and pleasing each other, and this is our democracy we're talking about. Jane Mensah's posture shows clearly that she's working for this government. A government that said that the past EC commissioner didn't want us to win power. At the end of the day, this was the same register that brought this president to office. Today, the EC is saying that the register is not valid. So if the register is not valid, then it means the president is not a valid president. That was the same statement Hassan Ayariga made, and it makes sense a lot. If you're saying that the register is not valid, then it means that the president we have today is also not a legitimate president. Simple. So the question is simple. Why is the EC bent on making sure that this register is changed or a new register is put together? There are so many arguments. People are saying different things. Today we'll be talking to experts. Today we'll be talking to people who really matter in this conversation. If my producer is listening to me, I would like him to play a little piece of what Kwesi Pratt said yesterday at the forum, and then we'll be taking it from there. In fact, they are in 4 takes. He can play the first take, which is on the credibility of the register. And if my producer is ready, he can play this, and then we can continue with the conversation.
A very credible register. Indeed, they did not say that the register was credible. They said that the register was very credible. And yet, we are being called upon to spend close to 1 billion Ghana cedis changing something which is credible for something whose credibility we cannot determine today. This certainly does not fall into the category of common sense. It falls into the category of no sense. Now, comrades, there's a history to this whole debate, and we should not forget that history. It is not the history of the 1940s. It is not the history of the 1920s. It is not the history of the 1800s. It's the history of 2015 and 2016. We cannot forget the history of 2015 and 2016. Now, all of you will recall that the New Patriotic Party came up and said that we needed a new voters register before the last elections. And they argued firstly that if we did not get a new voters register, the elections will be rigged. We went through that election and their president won with a register that we did not change. Did they rig the election? We should not forget that at a certain point in that debate, His Excellency Alhaji Mahmood Bawumia held a press conference and actually indicated that the voter register was full of the names of foreigners, especially coming from Togo. Indeed, he said that they had only done a preliminary verification of the register, and that if they did a lot more work, we will find hundreds of thousands of names of Togolese on our voters register. Alhaji His Excellency the Vice President Bawumia was challenged, and up to today, that evidence has not been provided. Now, it is significant for us also to note that as soon as that evidence was abandoned, a new scheme was hatched. And that new scheme simply said that there were too many names of the voters register which got there using the National Health Insurance card as the base card. And because the National Health Insurance card could be available to any and everybody, the register was not reliable. This matter went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court made a determination, and eventually we had the voters register, which brought His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to power as president. During the 2016 elections, it was obvious to all of us as observers and citizens that the New Patriotic Party was pushing for the compilation of a new voters register. And I had no doubt whatsoever that if the New Patriotic Party won the election, we will have the current situation on our necks. We have an Electoral Commission who
Welcome back to Loud Silence Radio. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. So you heard it for yourself. I didn't come up with this. This was from Kwesi Pratt at yesterday's forum. He actually made it clear. And I have 3 more tapes we will be delving deep into and making sure that we explain things to people. This is self-explanatory, but it's better that we take our time to analyze issues. Now, he talked about the credibility of the voter register. As we speak, he made references to when we, the MPP, were in power, when the vice president, then candidate Bawumia, spoke against the voter register. He actually made statements that people from Togo, which is easy. You know, always when people want to start making issues with the EC and also with the register or whatever, they start from Togo because it's the easy target. Oh, people from Togo, they have jammed, they've entered, because Togo is, Volta region is the stronghold of the NDC. So when you use Togo as the stuffed punch, it's easy to get your message out there. And to date, the vice president hasn't come out to say that, or to confirm whatever he said. We're still waiting for the vice president to come out and tell Ghanaians that what he said in 2015, and these are the facts. So these are the kind of things that, as Ghanaians, we have to sit back, analyze, and see whether we're going forward or we're going back. When Charlotte Osei was bastardized, and then we insulted her, and we all saw it, and I was part of it. We all said so many denigration, we denigrated this woman to the last call because we, the MPP, felt that she did not do what we wanted. she did not do what we wanted then. But comparing that time till now, it looks like the EC is backsliding. The EC is worse. It looks like there's no leader. Today, when you ask the EC questions, arrogantly, they decide to ignore you. When you ask the commissioner, her assistants, when you ask them technical questions, they intentionally ignore you because they feel that they are not working for we Ghanaians, but they are working for a small group of people. And those small group of people are the people in power now. The president, his cousins, his family, and the rest. This is where our Electoral Commission is now. And let's get serious. If we think this is a joke, we will lose the little democracy we have kept till now. Because for the key players in our electoral settings to come out and say that they have an issue with this particular step of the EC, you have to understand that it's a big deal. Now, if it was only one political party, in this case, if it was only the NDC, somebody could have said, oh yeah, it's one of those things. When they are out of power, they complain. When these are different political parties, all explaining why they think that the decision the EC is making is terrible and that they have to stop. But what do we see today? Nobody from our side, nobody from the EC is giving any reasonable answers to their questions. And we have less than a year to go into elections. In fact, technically, we have about 6-7 months to go into elections. It is so difficult, it's so hectic planning an election. So if somebody thinks that the elections are going to be conducted on the 7th of December or whatever, it's wrong. The election technically starts 6 months or 7 months from now. And this is the time we are going to put together a new register. Professor Jampo said it. He doesn't have a problem with compiling of new registers or whatever. But the issue is the timing. When the timing is too tight and it's not right, you get the basics wrong. That is when we are going to have inconsistencies at the polling station. And the inconsistencies at the polling station is what is going to bring about the confusion and the fight and the manslaughter and all that. So is Jen Mensah actually planning this in advance? Because you know that the mistakes will happen. So why is she still adamant? Why does she still want to go ahead and do this? And it's so funny that when she went to Parliament and just presented this big figure of using it to whatever, the parliamentarians just passed it because they have been turned into, it looks like they are robots. As far as I belong to the MPP, I have to vote yes. And as far as I belong to the NDC, I have to vote no. We saw the same thing happen during the NDC time. Every single thing that they put on the table in Parliament, the majority in Parliament said yes. Today, the majority in Parliament says yes to every single thing. That is the danger in our democracy now. That is the danger. Because now, our politicians have become zombies. They have become zombies that they nod to every single thing. Because if they don't nod, the president is going to question them, he's going to call them, he's going to tell his constituents that don't vote for this idiot again. So basically, Jane Mensah knew that when she presents this figure to Parliament, it was going to pass. And it passed. And she's going to use this money. And let me tell you, Ghanaians, if somebody is in Ghana saying that, oh, God, we know God will do it, she is going to do it. Jane Mensah is going to rig the election. We don't have to be playing around these words. She is. And I'm not just saying this because I hate her or I hate the people at the EC. No. I am saying this because of her actions, her posturing, her posture. I am saying this because of what she is doing now, what she is putting in place. She's not the only intelligent person to be heading the EC. There are more smarter, more intelligent, more people who have delved into the technicalities of managing an electoral commission. This woman from day one, since I released an episode on her, I've released about 3 episodes. I've been telling Ghanaians, I've been warning Ghanaians that this woman is bad luck. This woman is going to cost us a lot. She does not care. She does not care because she's pleasing her employer. She's pleasing the president and his family. She's pleasing we, the NPP. Today, there's nothing like patriotism. People believe in power more than how their country will fare. If Ghana is going to burn in 2020, it doesn't matter. We see senior journalists call comedians who portray themselves as pastors to come and sit on TV and put fear in people. Put fear. As we speak, people don't have clean drinking water. As we speak, 400 motor tricycles have been stolen. As we speak, people have not been employed. What's the name of this? NABCO. What's the state of, what is the fate of NABCO now? Nurses are home. People are struggling. But these so-called senior journalists, they call comedians, bleached comedians, to come and sit on TV and talk nonsense and come and put fear in the people. Today, our democracy of Ghana is being managed by ignorant, bleaching idiots who call themselves pastors. Today's God only knows bad things. God does not see any good thing in Ghana. Today, God in Ghana only knows the NPP because the NPP has the money. Today, God only talks to people who will only see bad things about people who don't agree with the NPP. Are we stupid as a people? Where did we leave our brains? Senior journalists have become zombies. Today, they don't have anything to talk about because it is not the former president who is a northerner, whose background is a big deal, and so he's an easy target. Today, very important issues have been ignored because the manager of the economy is not one of us. And some people sometimes tell me, why are you always saying this? I am saying this because we are tribalistic, we Ghanaians. We are very tribalistic, especially my own Akan people. We are ungrateful, and we pretend as if we are honest people. We are not. We are not. We should put aside our tribalistic features. We should put aside our political affiliations and speak to the issues. Today is not John Mahama, so everybody is quiet. What is actually happening in Ghana now? What is happening? Let me tell you, Jane Mensah is ready to rig the elections. Jane Mensah will rig these elections, and you can't do anything about it. She will. And if anyone is listening to me, just cut this piece and send it to her. I said she is going to rig the elections, and it's a fact because the party we have in power today, my own MPP, is failing. They know that if it's a clear playing field, they can't win the election. And I talk to my people. I talk to the people in the MPP. They know for a fact that they have failed the people. Instead of the MPP, instead of this party, this government sitting down to reflect and get to know the problems of the people and telling them the truth, we are just thinking of rigging an election. And do you know what that can bring? Do you know what that can bring? I keep saying we are not better than Rwanda. We are not better than Congo. We are not better than any of these countries going through war. We are not better. The reason why we are still alive or we are still Ghana is because we've been able to come together as a people and sustain our democracy. So if you are going to allow a slave queen, we are going to allow a woman who is struggling to even maintain her home. I know somebody's going to say this is low, but sometimes you have to be straightforward with the issues. People at NCC, they know. And I will be one person who will fight against any man who lays his hands on a woman. And it's not because, see, I might not like the decisions Jane Mensah is taking, but I will never allow any man to lay a hand on that woman. So we have to begin to understand each other and speak to the issues. Let's speak to the issues. Jane Mensah is going to rig the elections, and it is clear. You can see the posture of the president, the posture of the government, the posture of Jane Mensah. They have made it a point that nothing is going to change that decision. It doesn't matter what the opposition says. NDC can chew heaven and earth. Jane Mensah is still going to go ahead with the registration, the new voter register, and she's going to rig the elections. I want to be invited by the BNI. I think that's what they've been doing of late. Even when you prophesy and it doesn't go in favor of the president, they have to call you. That is where Ghana is now. But we have a bleaching clown walking from radio to radio, saying things about people, putting fear in Ghanaians. But we see nothing wrong with it because he is the nation's prophet. He is the clown who is telling the president what to do. This is how low our government, our country is. And these are the people who said, we studied in Europe, we studied in America. Today, they've put aside all the things they've learned, and they're taking decisions from an ignorant pastor who cannot even write his own name. My fellow Ghanaians, it's about time we started speaking truth to power. It's about time we started being honest to each other. Now, this guy called, in fact, his name is Mensah Thompson. He's a director of a SEPA. He wrote a short piece, and it's about the budget, EC's budget. I've seen the budget on social media and how the EC, the amount of money going into the EC. Now, this is what he wrote. He said, why budget over 28 million Ghana cedis on IPAC if you're not bound by its decisions? You know, Jane Mensah said she doesn't really need the IPAC and that she can go ahead and do whatever she likes. IPAC is very vital to our democracy. And it's so shocking that after she made that statement, no government appointee or government person or any MPP person has come out to say, you know, madam, you can't do things on your own. You need to work with the stakeholders to make sure the right thing is done. Nobody, because we are in power today. But are we going to be in power till God or Jesus dies again? We are not. The table is going to change one day. The table is going to turn. And what are we going to say? The people who are making sure that Jane Mensah rigs the election, they might not live to even see the next elections. So what are we doing to the younger generation? Now, in his piece, I'm talking about Thomas Mensah's piece. He is the director of a SEPA. He said that the Electoral Commission's budget for the compilation of the proposed new register, the EC, has budgeted 28.19 million for IPAC meetings. That is almost 30 million Ghana cedis as per diem for IPAC meetings. Recently, when the issue of lack of consultation on the procurement of a new biometric system came up, the Electoral Commissioner, Madam Jane Bloku Alote Mensah, in addressing the media, categorically stated that the Commission was not bound by the decision of IPAC because IPAC is just an advisory body. This is what the Electoral Commissioner said. This is an autocratic leader. This lady is just arrogant and disrespectful. This lady is not ready to take submissions from Ghanaians. This lady feels that the only person she needs to report to is the president who appointed her. So whatever anyone says is nonsense to her. And we don't have to keep quiet. We have to speak. We have to make sure that we make her uncomfortable. We have to make sure that we put the EC on the right footing. The EC does not belong to the president. It does not belong to the MPP government. The EC belongs to you and I, because at the end of the day, if they fail, we have all failed. If the EC fails, Ghana has failed. So if an EC boss comes out to say such a thing and takes about 30 million Ghana cedis, and some people tell us that we are not supposed to talk about it, always I say, we are not sick in our head to keep quiet. We are going to speak. The best we can do as citizens is to speak up, demonstrate peacefully, let the world know what Jane Mensah is doing in Ghana, and that if something happens tomorrow, she will be held responsible and the government of Ghana will be held responsible. That is what we have to do. I am doing my part. I am going to make sure that all the bigger headline, the media houses in the States, in Europe, in Asia, get to cover the activities of Jane Mensah before the 2020 elections. Because we need to put the world on alert that there's a woman in Ghana who is ready to push this country into chaos. We have to let the world know. And our official going to present a paper to the UN about the activities of this government and Jane Mensah, especially the EC. This is a polarized EC. This EC is like a tribal dance factory. This woman doesn't know anything. You ask a question, she fumbles. The same hypocrite was working from one presidential candidate to the other, acting as if she wants to work with political parties. That was a waste of everybody's time. She does not respect the people she works for. Who is Jane Mensah? We have your story at NCC. Who is Jane Mensah? I am angry because the mistakes of this ignorant woman, this ignorant soul, will plunge this country into war. And it is a fact. You don't need God to tell you. This is common sense. The fundamental mistakes this woman is making is going to plunge this country into war, and it is a fact. And if anyone is going to say that, Kevin, you are saying bad things, man, I have not been to heaven, I have not been to hell. But what I have learned on earth is that if you don't take proactive measures, if you are not sensible, you don't use your common sense, you die like a sheep. And this woman is telling Ghanaians that I'm going to shut this country down and you are going to die. And we are sitting there, we are smiling. Ex-presidents are quiet. J.J. Rawlings is quiet. Ex-president Kufuor is quiet. John Dramani Mahama too is quiet. Why are you guys not pressing this lady to do the right thing? Why are the kings, and I want to be kings, all quiet in Ghana today? Is it because the president is one of us? Why is everybody quiet today? The senior journalists from head to toe, the titles. Why are they not talking about these things? Is it because today we are in power? Why is everybody quiet? This is a very serious issue we have to be discussing every single day till 2020 elections. And nobody is talking about it because Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is president. Imagine this had happened during Charlotte Osei's time, during Afarijan's time. Women in Kumasi, women in the Ashanti region, which is the strongest hold of the MPP, will strip naked and sleep on streets and tell God and tell the whole world that they are being slaughtered. And they will do it. And we saw it in Ghana. Today, why are all these people? And it hurts, because we have been filled with so much hatred for some people. We can't even see the good things they do. I'm not here. I'm not going to never be on my show to defend any individual. Everybody's fallible. But the issue is, if somebody does something good, you have to talk about it. Charlotte Osei conducted one of the best elections in our history. And Afarijan can contest to that. He can attest to that. Charlotte Osei conducted one of the best elections. Today, where is Charlotte Osei? She's overseen one of the most difficult elections on earth in Afghanistan. And who called Charlotte Osei? It was the UN. You guys orchestrated, as Gordon Asaribediako of ABC News, the Chief Justice, the President, Asenso, you people came together, you got rid of this lady, holding the democracy together, cooked up stories. Till date, no evidence has been put before anybody to say that this is what she did or this is what this person did. You got rid of her to bring this ignorant soul who does not know anything, who is just puts on wig and just follows the president's orders. This is the Electoral Commission. This is not cantata. This is not cantata that we have to make some lady. If Ghana goes down today, my family too is going to go down. And I'm not going to allow any woman who is ignorant, doesn't know what she do, any incompetent lady to take that decisions to affect my country. I'm saying this because I'm Ghanaian. And I'm not going to shut up. If Jane Mensah thinks that she's too big, she should walk out. She doesn't want to take decisions from we Ghanaians. She wants to take decisions from who? And who is she? Today she's building a multi-billion-dollar hotel, so she doesn't give a heck about we, the people on the street. She doesn't give a heck about we, the people struggling every single day because she is now the chick or the baby chick of the president. She's being protected. My fellow Ghanaians, this is the hard truth. It hurts. But I'm telling you this. Charlotte Osei is going to rake this election and it's not going to look good for Ghana. It does not matter what a bleach pastor will say on TV. Yesterday, I was listening to, I need to say this, Paul Adomochi's show, bringing Osubempa on to put fear into people. This is where we are now. Comedians all over the TV all over our TVs and whatever, social media, whatever. Comedians. Issues are happening. We need people to discuss it, force the system to work. But no, because our president is in office. Today, Nana Akufo-Addo is president, so we cannot use the same measurement we used on Mahama on him. And when you speak like this, you get people attacking you and putting you in a basket. He's been paid by Mahama. He's been paid by this person. Me, I've been paid. I think I'm being paid by 1,000 people. Because you don't want to hear the truth. Our country is going down the drain. What is working in Ghana? Nothing works in Ghana today. From education to health. See, ambulances. Today, kids are sitting at home. Teachers, they are telling them that the teachers who passed out in 2018, 2017, they can't place them. Nothing works in Ghana today. Nothing. But people don't want to say it. IMF came out to say that, you see, our country is closer to HIPIC than ever. Nothing works in Ghana today. Tell me one thing that is working in Ghana today. Our president has traveled more than any president in this world. No investor has followed this president back home. Why? Because it is not attractive. Our country is not attractive. The corruption is too high. No investor wants to come put their money in a country where its finance minister and its economic team manipulate figures. This is the reality. We don't produce, so how do we expect to make money? We don't produce anything. Big English. And my name is this. And I've done that. Those things, they can't put food on people's table. We have the men. This is chicken. You get somebody like Abuabin. You see, it hurts. It hurts because we are getting closer to the election and this is going to happen. Let me tell you, Ghanaians. And look at me. Jane Mensah is going to rig the elections. She is. And no amount of words or threat will stop this lady because she has been promised to do that. She has been promised. And she has also accepted to do that. My fellow Ghanaians, a lot is happening in Ghana. And it is better we sit back and reflect on so many things. See, we can disagree on so many things. Some people are MPP, some people are CPP, we can disagree. But when it comes to the democracy we have held till today, we are not supposed to be stupid about it. You have less than a year to go into one of the most crucial elections in the history of a country, and you want to change a whole register. Give reasons, you can't give reasons. Overstretched and what. And then we think it's something funny. You think it's something funny because a government in power, which I belong to the MPP, does not want a free and fair elections. Anybody can debate it. I don't care. And it's a fact. We don't need psychologists and PhD holders and what to tell us that. The youth, you people have to understand that if we have no Ghana, no democracy, you guys are wasting your time. And I always say this, nobody should lift a finger on a brother or a sister. The only way that you can get the system to work or the people in power to hear you or listen to you is to, one, speak up. Be honest when you're speaking on the issues. And also, if you even want to demonstrate, it should be a peaceful demonstration. That is the only way the right thing will be done in Ghana. But if we decide to go contrary, we're going to burn our own country down. And at the end of the day, we will have no home. Because today, as we speak, the youth of Ghana are slaves in their own country. They are slaves in their own country. I saw people sleeping outside because they want to get Ghana card. Sleeping in front of gutters and all that. Ghana card 2020. Ghana card. So they have to sleep outside. You're still listening to Loud Silence Radio. My name is Kevin Ekobe-Edutela. This is the extended version of With All Due Respect. You can watch us live on Facebook. Just follow With All Due Respect page. You can just like the page, follow the page, and you get notification every time we come on air live. You can also follow us on YouTube. Just subscribe to our page, Loud Silence Radio, and TV network. We also have a radio app, Loud Silence Radio. It's compatible with Android and also iOS. Today, I'll be taking phone calls. I'll be talking to you. I don't want to be doing too much talking. The phone number is +1 202 751 8769. I will tell you when it's time to call in. We have some interviews coming up, and then after this break, if my producer is listening, after this break, we will be talking to Hassan Ayariga. So I would like you to stick and stay. After this short break, we'll get back and start the show.
Which should also worry us, and they should worry us very, very deeply. Indeed, if the Electoral Commission had decided that it needed to compile a new voters register, why did we spend so much money on the reopening of the register before coming to do a new register? Because if we wanted to do a new register, we could have done a new register which would have captured all those who were not on the register already. But we did open the register, brought in people onto the register, and now we say we are going to throw it away and do another one. I mean, incredible. Really incredible. But you see, in this country, many incredible things happen. The technical people have spoken. I do not pretend to be a technical person. But you see, you have less than 10 months to an election. A lot of people think that we are going to have the elections in December, and therefore they think we have 12 months. We don't. The elections will take place on the 7th of December. So you don't have the whole of December. January is virtually gone, and so on. So practically, you have 10 months to an election. There are so many things that happen before elections, and you know them, so I'm not going to repeat them. In this 10-month period, we have decided to compile a new voters register. Of course, if you know the people who are doing these things, sometimes no sense can sound like sense. You know, who are these people doing these things? These are the people who are going to all kinds of fake prophets and fake bishops who are telling them that magic is the art of the possible. You understand? Who are telling us that the act of the impossible is possible. So they are confused. They are totally confused. I want to submit here and now that 10 months is not a sufficient period for compiling a new voters register. And that if we attempt to do it, we will throw the next elections into total chaos. And that, from the point of view of common sense, we should shelve this useless adventure of compiling a new voters register. There are many things.
Radio and TV. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. This is the extended version of With All Due Respect. Here we talk about the issues. Here we make sure that the facts are put in front of you. We have on the line Dr. Hassan Ayariga, founder and leader of APC. How are you doing, sir?
Good evening to you. I'm doing great. How are you doing too?
Great. Before we came online, you told me we were going to Tamale. How is the weather in Tamale, sir?
Good. Currently, in my hotel room, I have a lot of people out there waiting to have meetings with me against tomorrow's demonstration. As you know, the party members are all here, anxious to see me lead them tomorrow for this demonstration to protect our nation and our country.
Great. Yeah, before we go into today's issue, which is about the EC, tell us a little bit about what's the plan of APC now going into election 2020.
The APC is fully prepared for the 2020 general elections. As you know, over the period, we've been trying to organize the polling station with 20 membership each at the polling station. And that has been a very tedious and difficult work, identifying good members who rally behind the APC in each of the 29,000 polling stations.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of work. We are done with that. This month, we're going to do open nomination for the constituency elections, and then they will have the election end of the month. Then next month, we'll do the regional elections, and March subsequently, we'll do the presidential and the Congress.
So if I'm going to be a bit strong here, what are the figures this year in the 2020 elections? What are we supposed to expect from APC? You're looking over 10%?
If we have more than 16 million voters,
yeah,
then I think we'll be looking at 3 million voters.
Oh, that's yeah,
for
that's
the
big.
APC. Yeah, because if you look at the 29,000 police stations, 20 membership each is going to give you 588,000.
Mm-hmm.
And each member will have a family. We don't allow family leadership in the party.
Okay.
So if the husband is a member of the party and an executive member, the woman can only be an ordinary member and cannot hold any position. So what it means is that if we have 20 membership at the police station, they have wives and children. So you multiply by 3 with their wives and kids. Definitely they'll convince them to be members of the party. Are you with me?
Yeah. So you people are not doing this.
You have 500.
Sorry, you can go on. Sorry, you can go on.
Yeah. So that means that a family of 3 or 4 will be a representative of the party at the police station.
Yeah. So you guys, the APC is not doing the direct family and friends thing here, right?
No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah. So
we're not doing family and friends.
Great. So let's get into the issues. The Inter-Party Resistance organized a press conference against the new voter register, which I know you were there, on the need to resist the replacement of the current biometric register for 2020 elections. Now, so many things have come up. Even today, the EC or the commissioner herself came out to say that she does not need to, one way or the other, listen to Ghanaians on what decision she has to take. You actually made a statement, and I was trying to get a video today to play on the show, but I think my producer couldn't find it, but we're going to play it on subsequent shows, which is because this issue is a running issue, and we have to make sure that the conversation is spread or is stretched. The EC said the biometric register which they used in conducting the Ayawasuru, they just ended assemblyman elections and all that, and the 2016 election, general elections itself, the EC suddenly is saying that the register is overstretched. With me, maybe you can explain that to me as somebody who has been involved in elections for a couple of years now. They're saying that it's been stretched. They gave a few reasons why they want to change the register. Now, you came back and you made a very simple statement, and you said that if the 2016 register wasn't valid, isn't valid for the EC.
Incredible.
It's incredible. Sorry, thank you for using that word, helping me out. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Then you think that the president today, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, is not a legitimate president because then he wasn't elected or voted legally. Can you expand on that?
Sure. First of all, let me say that I read the press release. I was not just a member. I read the press release on that day.
Okay.
On behalf of EPRA. Now, if you want to look and discuss the argument by the EC against the compilation of a voter register, we'll look at it one after the other. And that is what I want us to look at it. Because we believe that in trying to convince us to compile a voter register, you will need to convince us in a way that we must all agree and accept your reasons.
Yeah.
Now, the EC's argument, let me take you to the EC's argument. The EC's argument is they refer to Article 45A of the Constitution of Ghana, which gives them powers. And one of those functions is that the EC, Article 45A says that the EC is to compile the register of voters and revise it at such period as it may be determined by law. This is their argument. This is the law in which they are using for the argument of compiling a voter register. Now, if they believe they have a lawyer, I would like them to ask their lawyer to read the article very well, okay, and let them interpret the article to them. Because from my understanding of the law, when you say you are supposed to compile a register of voters, it means that when you don't have a register, you compile one. That is the function of the EC. The EC is to compile a register of voters and then subsequently revise it at such period as may be determined by law. Now we have a voter register. What we are supposed to do now is to revise it if we have issues. Revise here in the context means that update, look at it, and upgrade and make amends.
Okay.
That is the meaning of revise. And then the third part of the law says determined by law. That means that it must be backed by law. Now the issue should tell us which law they're going to use to compile a voter register when already the Constitution spoke about a compilation of a voter register, which we already have, and goes to say that once you have compiled the voter register and you already have, the next thing you can only do at any time given and any period given is to revise the voter register. The law did not say if you have a compiled voter register, throw it away, and start a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Are you with me?
I'm listening.
The law is talking about compiling a voter register, which we already have a compiled voter register. But the law went on to say that once you have a compiled voter register, then after such period as may be, you have to revise it. So the revision here is talking about upgrading the voter register, going on to amend. If you have problems, you can do it. But it did not say throw away the voter register and then conduct a new one. So by law, the EC is wrong.
The EC is making a point that they think that the register is actually it's obsolete. It's old. The machines, everything. So they think that to conduct a credible election come 2020, which I read something when I started my show, the ECOWAS protocol on democracy and governance, which Ghana is a signatory to. I read something, and it says in Article 2.1, say no substantial modification shall be made to the electoral law in the last 6 months before election. Now we are not in the last 6 months before elections. So they have a point. But then it goes on to say that except with the consent of majority of political actors. So there are two things here.
I'm getting there.
All right.
I just started with the first reason.
Okay.
I was trying to give you all the reasons one after the other and debate and debunk them.
All right.
So that's the first reason. The second reason, the EC says that the register is obsolete.
Yeah.
The register is obsolete. When you say something is obsolete, that means it has no use. It cannot be used for anything, and it's dead. It's something that has no value anymore.
Yeah.
If the EC can make such a statement after using the voter register a month ago for the election of assemblymen and unit committee men, what makes it obsolete within the period of 1 month? And you came out to say that the results were free, fair, credible, and accurate. Just within 2 weeks ago, that was the statement made by Madame Jean Mensa after the unit committee election and the assembly one. If you use the same voter register, you were going to use the same voter register for the referendum.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
What makes it obsolete? The same voter register is what was used for the 2016 election to elect President Ronaldo with a difference of 1 million votes.
Yeah.
What makes it obsolete? So my argument is that if you believe that it's obsolete and it cannot be used, then President Ronaldo is not President of the Republic of Ghana. Because it's the same thing we use for electing the president, the same thing we used 2 weeks ago to elect the district and assembly members and the unit committee members. And you were 100% sure that the register was credible. What? Who made it that obsolete in less than 1 month? Let's also talk about overstretched of the register. It's overstretched. I don't understand that word overstretched when you say something is overstretched.
I don't get it. So
we only used it twice for national elections. 2012 and 2016. All right?
Yeah.
And nobody challenged the results of the 2016 by saying that there was overvoting, there was something, and the register was overstretched. And the same EC came out to say it was credible. The election was credible. So how do we understand the word overstretched here? But now let's continue.
Okay.
Yeah, they are saying that due to manual labor, due to workers who are manual laborers,
they're the technical
due
guys.
to worn out of their fingerprints. Are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Fingerprints, worn out of fingerprints. The voter register cannot capture their fingers. And for that matter, they think they need a new voter register. Okay? Facial recognition, which is 0% of manual verification. And for that matter, for 0.6% of manual verification, they think we need a new voter register for such a challenge. My brother, the little I know about computers and data systems, the best future to recognize and to identify anybody in this world is the fingerprint.
Yeah.
Accurate, 100%. No doubt about that. Accurate, 100%. If you have any doubt, you are living in the state, you know it. You go and touch something, they don't even need your face. They only need to come there, CIS or whatever they call it, BNI or all that. They'll just need fingerprints. They'll only do fingerprints and they'll get whoever was there. So if the whole world is using fingerprints to identify human beings, Ghana says, no. Madam Mr. said, no, we don't need fingerprints. We need facial recognition. That is the best way to identify human beings in Ghana. If that is the best way to identify us, then we are in big problem because we have twins, triplets, and all that. Okay, you understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So, in my opinion, I think the EC is up to something. Let me continue. The EC is saying that the new voter register is going to cost less than the old one, and that in acquiring a new one is much cheaper than upgrading and revising the old one. For God's sake, a white man listening to us in the US will laugh at Kenyan.
Yeah, it's very funny.
They will laugh at us and say, look, these black people, do they really have common sense? This one is not about technical sense or PhD holders. No, this is just common sense. How can you say if you revise something, it's much more expensive than buying it? How can one come with such an argument? We are saying that, madam, if you think it is true that revising the old register will cost more than purchasing a new equipment, then we disagree with you. In any case, look, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. We know our old register.
Yeah.
We know the challenges with our old register. We have tried it, tested it, and it has performed.
Yeah.
So the little things that we need to revise is much better than the register we are now going to compile that we don't know about. And we are going to go in a major election with it. How are we sure it will not fail us on the day of election? How sure is the EC? In any case, my brother, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The EC themselves brought in shortlisted 4 companies at IPAC and told us that these were the companies shortlisted to show us how the new voter register is going to work. That day, Madam Jean Mensah herself was shocked in the way they were trying to show or demonstrate how the voter register is going to work. What it tells you is that they will need to train they themselves. Even if we agree to the voter register,
they need to go through a lot of training.
Yes, people have to go through a lot of training, test and try, okay? And look at the kind of people working at the EC. So you know them.
And all this is supposed to be done under 1 year.
You know the qualifications. How are you going to do this? What are you talking about 1 year? 10 months. We don't have a year. We're in January. And they are talking about April. They are going to have the new voter register in April, May. So that means that from April, May to November, how many months? And within that period, they are now going to test the machines, train the electoral commissioners, train the electoral bodies, and all those people involved in the registration of the voter. Let's continue. Let's continue with the argument.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I'm here, sir.
They are saying that the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, came out to say that they are going to use the National Identification Card, which is called the Ghana Card, NIA, as the basis of registering the new voters. Look, my brother, as we speak, I went in for the NIA card, which is called the Ghana Card. 5 months ago. Till date, I don't have my Ghana card. I haven't seen it. Anytime I get there and ask them, where is my Ghana card? Oh, the stories keep on changing. Tomorrow it's here. Tomorrow I should go to that office. If I, a leader of a political party, cannot access my Ghana card after registering the past 5 months, how much more an ordinary Ghanaian like any other Ghanaian? That is challenge number 1. Challenge number 2, the Ghana card itself they are talking about, only 5 regions. 5 regions so far have access to the Ghana card. 9 regions are yet. No, 11 regions. Because we now have 16. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. So 9 regions are yet to have access to the Ghana card. And this is the same Ghana card they are going to use as basis for registering the voters' ID card.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
I'm following.
Good. We in the APC and other political parties are saying that. You say you need 833 million Ghana cedis for the exercise. 833 million Ghana cedis. That is the old 8.3 trillion. 8.6 trillion. For God's sake,
Oh,
Ghana.
goodness, Lord.
And then we say we are poor.
We are not.
We go to the US to beg. We go to China and
we wear AP
monkeys
suits
and beg and beg the Chinese president for money. And you have implemented a free senior high school that is in shambles. A free senior high school that no repetition, whether you write exams, you don't write exams, whether you are in school, you are not in school, whether you are pregnant, you are not pregnant, whether you are in class or you are not in class, they will promote you.
I haven't actually thought of that, you know?
You didn't?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know?
They will promote you. What kind of students are we preparing for the future? No demotion, no repetition. You pass. Whether you are in
There's no challenge. There's no challenge. They're not working towards anything. No.
No. You are being promoted. And you want to spend my money, our money, 8.3 million in the compilation of a register that we already have.
So, Mr. Ayariga, what do you think as Ghanaians we should do? When I say what do you think as Ghanaians, I'm talking about the ordinary Ghanaian. Because, you know, when these things start, we hear big English. We see the people with big titles. And, you know, they are on TV. Some we all know that have been paid to come sit on TV and defend things like this. We know. And even some of the journalists have been are just doing the work.
You were part of them.
Yeah.
You were part of them. Don't
I know. That's why I say some. My brothers back home, I always say that there are some good.
I'm glad that you've seen the difference now.
Yeah, there are some good journalists back home. But this is a situation that if we're going to be giving even 1 to 10, how many people are discussing this issue, we'll have like 4 stations just discussing this issue. This is our democracy. And we have people calling pastors to come and say, you see, sometimes it's frustrating, but we have to say it. My question is, to the ordinary Ghanaian, what do they do? Because somebody living in my hometown in Ayeldo, in the central region, Abra Asebu Kwamankesi area, he goes to his farm. He comes back to hear somebody saying something like this on radio, that you're a farmer, because of your fingers, you've been doing too much manual labor. You can't, people get scared. What are we supposed to do?
We have to change the government, change the leadership of the people. Now, let me tell you what we're supposed to do as political parties. We have to fight and change the narratives of leadership in Africa and in Ghana. The youth must take over the leadership of this country and revise it, and then give better solutions and policies, and then take the people out of poverty. You see, poverty is what is killing this country and destroying our country. Yet we have so much resources, but our leaders themselves steal all these resources out of the country, send them abroad, and yet go back there and borrow those monies again. Are you with me?
I'm listening.
We go out there and borrow the money again and bring it back. Our resources. Look at Ghana. Take a look at Ghana. Take a look at the human resource, natural resource, and the mineral resource that we have. How can we be poor if not because of poor leadership? Poor leadership translates to poverty, whether you have everything or not. And I always say, being a leader does not make you the best leader until you make decisions and policies that change the narratives and make your country look better. That is when you are a leader.
That's right.
Occupying the position of presidency, it doesn't mean you are a good president. Make decisions, right? Make decisions that will elevate your people. That is when we consider you as a leader, not to occupy. Anybody can occupy the presidency of the Republic of Ghana.
Perfect.
Nanado is there. What kind of leadership is this? What is the leadership? We all thought he was going to do something. What do we see? The worst in the history of Ghana. Yet he goes around speaking family and friends and thinking that he's doing well. Okay, 4 more for Nana. 4 more for Nana to do what? To steal? Let's continue with the issue of the voter register. We'll speak on this another day and then preach another day.
Yeah, so we're on the question of what should we do?
The issue. Yes, what we should do now. You see, the EPRA, that is the political party, there are two people involved in the compilation of a voter register.
Yeah.
The two bodies that are involved is the Electoral Commission and the political parties. We, the political parties, we appeal to the Electoral Commission to sit with us so that we can debate this matter and resolve this matter. The Electoral Commission is telling us that they are autonomous and they will not listen to us. They've forgotten that without political parties, there's no Electoral Commission. Are you with me?
I'm listening.
Without political parties, we don't need the body, the institution EC. Now, in compiling a voter register, the EC will have to gather its machines and equipment and send to the polling station. And at the polling station, that is the work done by the EC. They have finished their work. The next work is the other part, which is the political party. They will now carry their people and convey their people from the polling station, constituencies, and wherever they are, to the voting centers to register. If the EC succeeds in sending their equipment to the polling stations for the registration exercise, and we, the political parties, say we are not sending our members, who are they going to register? Who are they going to register? They should know we have tabled a lot of activities against the compilation of the voter register. We have only plan A. We don't have plan B. Because I told them we don't need a plan B. Let's stay focused. Like you always say, stay focused.
Very important.
With our plan A.
Yeah.
Very important. Stay focused with the plan A. And carry on with the activities of plan A, and you will succeed. The EC cannot register animals. The EC is supposed to register human beings.
Yeah.
So if the human beings don't come, and don't forget, my brother, because of the bad leadership of NDC and MPP, there's voter apathy.
Yeah.
Are you aware?
Very
Kenyans
much.
are not willing to go out and vote.
Because they've lost hope in the system. They don't believe anything again.
They have lost hope in leadership of Ghana. They don't believe in any leadership anymore. Now the problem is that if Kenyans have no apathy in voting, and the D-Day of registration, we now call them to come and register. Meanwhile, the registration process takes longer than voting process. Because registration process, you have to come, clean your fingers, they will do fingerprint, facial what do you call it, recognition, and all that. And Ghanaians are not interested in voting.
It's too hectic.
They don't even have hope in the politician anymore. So do you think the little 2 CDs they have in their pocket, they're going to spend that way and come and sit in this hot sun and queue just to register for another voter register when they already have some?
But my question is, before I leave you, before I make you, what do you think will make the EC so fixated in this decision? Like they're posturing. It looks like it's a decision they have made.
No.
Even from the noise, Ghanaians and actors and when I say actors, like key players like you guys they're just fixated in changing this register.
There's so many things we're going to do. I'll just give you one example of that. The interpretation of the law, and we are going to take the EC to court and block them in doing anything.
Okay.
Delay them until the election day and see what they're going to do.
Perfect.
What can they do? We will report all these matters. We invite all donor nations that contribute to the EC. We'll write to them and tell them that EC has so much money to waste. Meanwhile, we don't need to waste all that money. So if they are only going to support EC, they shouldn't. Because this is the activities of the EC. They are not competent, they are not prudent, they are not serious.
If you have 300 and something billion to waste, why do you go to the United States for money for your elections?
Begging.
Why do you go begging?
If we have that money, and you know the funny thing, those people who sit in Parliament House, I don't want to use those words, but I'm compelled to use those words. Because they are the people who are supposed to be protecting the country and their people and their citizens. They sit down there and they actually, approve a budget for EC and then bulletproof curtains.
Bulletproof curtains? Bulletproof curtains? Like, really? Curtains. Who cares?
I'm telling you.
Is it going to be from Kente or what? Because it's very important. We need to have design. It needs to.
Bulletproof. Are we serious as a country?
Yeah.
Bulletproof curtains for parliamentarians, my brother.
Who are parliamentarians?
The day I become president, a lot of people go to jail. I'll revise all this and review it. A lot of people go to jail.
My neighbor
Whether
is
you committed a crime 5 years ago,
you
10
go.
years ago, or 15 years ago, we go.
I have about
So that
5.
people get begin to be serious.
Yeah, I have about 5 neighbors who all work at Congress. They're congressmen, and nobody cares about this. You see, they are paid to do what they are doing.
Bulletproof curtains. Can you imagine? Bulletproof curtains.
All right, sir. It's been a great discussion. This is not the last discussion we're going to be having on this. I know we are going to come back to this issue because I am not resting until the right thing is done. I am for no new register.
I'm not sleeping at all.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep. But I'm already in Tamale for the demonstration.
Yes, and we'll be covering that, and we'll be reaching out to you after demonstration too and see what actually came out of it. Thank you very much, Mr. No, in fact, I have to say Dr. Hassan Ayariga. The doctor is very, very important. Dr. Hassan Ayariga, I know very soon we will have you in our studios here in Washington, D.C. to talk more on this issue. We're very much grateful for your time, and we pray that your demonstration tomorrow will be a success. Thank you very much, sir. You are listening to Dr. Hassan Ayariga, founder and leader of the APC party. We have one more interview before we end the show. But if we don't have time, we're going to start taking phone calls. And I'll be reading a few messages now on YouTube, on Facebook. My producer is telling me it's better we take the phone calls and then end the show on top of the hour. So, producer, if you're listening to me, you can take a short break, a short break, and then we get ourselves together, put ourselves together again, and then start reading messages. Thank you very much. You're still listening to Loud Silence Radio.
An Electoral Commission whose members are publicly and openly showing their hatred for political parties and contestants in the next election. You had a deputy commissioner actually make the point that the NDC cannot be trusted and that the NDC wants to subvert the current democratic order and to plunge this country into chaos. That's a serious statement which has to be looked at and examined in the light of current developments. Because if you actually believe that one of the parties likely to contest the 2020 elections is a virus, that one of the parties has an agenda to destroy Ghana, why wouldn't you do everything and anything possible to prevent that party from winning elections? So this is the problem. We have a situation in which we cannot vouch for the independence of some of the commissioners. Only recently, there was a debate about the referendum which had been proposed, the December 17th referendum and so on. And again, a member of the commission came out and stated his clear support for the government's position as opposed to the position taken by the opposing parties. Now, if you have these indicators, it is difficult to accept any and everything that the Electoral Commission proposes to do. And I think we should bring this into the conversation. It should also worry us, and they should worry us very, very deeply. Indeed, if the Electoral Commission had decided that it needed to compile a new voters register, Why did we spend so much money on the reopening of the register before coming to do a new register? Because if we wanted to do a new register, we could have done a new register which would have captured all those who were not on the register already. But we did open the register, brought in people onto the register, and now we say we are going to throw it away and do another one. I mean, incredible. Really incredible. But you see, in this country, many incredible things happen. The technical people have spoken. I do not pretend to be a technical person. But you see, you have less than 10 months to an election. A lot of people think that we are going to have the elections in December and therefore they think we have 12 months. We don't. The elections will take place on the 7th of December. So you don't have the whole of December. January is virtually gone and so on. So practically, you have 10 months to an election. There are so many things that happen before elections, and you know them, so I'm not going to repeat them. In this 10-month period, we have decided to compile a new voters register. Of course, if you know the people who are doing these things, sometimes no sense can sound like sense. You know, who are these people doing these things? These are the people who are going to all kinds of fake prophets and fake bishops who are telling them that magic is the art of the possible. You understand? Who are telling us that the act of the impossible is possible. So they are confused. They are totally confused. I want to submit here and now that 10 months is not a sufficient period for compiling a new voters.
Back to Loud Silence Radio. My name is Kevin Taylor. My producer just told me that we can pick phone calls now. We can also read text messages. The phone number is +1 if you're out of the United States, +1 202 751 8769. +1 202 751 8769. Lots and lots of messages coming on social media. I just need to read a few on YouTube. Jeff Pupulampu says, "Hi Kevin, please, what the criminals and thieves are doing in Ghana can turn Ghana to be worse than Rwanda 26 years ago, and Ghanaians must be careful. It's time for Ghanaians to wake up." Abigail Hammond says Akufo-Addo should stop the new register. Raina Yakubu says, "Good, very good, Kevin." Comfort God's gift says, "Who is this woman? If we may know, please." Richard Yabua says there is a special place in hell for Jane Mensah and her cronies for attempting to rig the elections, guys. Kwesi Ajaman Prempe says, Afarijan or Charlotte said did not listen to IPAC, so why do you expect Jane Mensah to listen? There will be no war, Mr. Doomsayer. Thank you very much for your submission. I hope that when the war starts, start from your house. Bra Ima, you can still fool yourself. Why? We and the EC people are in a comfortable lead. Henry K. Kevin, I keep asking, is it the biometric machine that are obsolete or the biometric data collected? These are very important questions. They are two different things. And a friend of mine sent me a message. I think I will read that for people to get the difference between this. Alex Kwabinanyami says, "Good afternoon. Kevin, good work. Keep it up. Watching you live from New York City. How are you guys doing in New York City?" Vincent For Nyeko says, "My brother, God is protecting and guiding you to eternity." Richard Yabua, Kwesi Ajiman, "Two wrongs don't make a right. You are a sycophant, brother." Adamu Gariba, "Tell them the truth, my brother." Patrick Tetesi, Elwood, "Good evening. Watching you from Kuwait. Do you think the president knows what's happening in our dear nation, Ghana?" The president knows what is happening. He actually knows it. Bright Akama says, help us, Lord. Kwamina York says, more fire. I need to take some messages on Facebook. Lots and lots of messages. And if the calls come in, yes, we're going to also pick the calls. In fact, the number to call is +1 202 751 8769. Producers are having problems with the line now, so they're telling me if even you can make a WhatsApp call, they will try and put you through. Yes, they're having some technical problems with the line now. It's so jammed. So, yeah, I get a producer. They say that if you can make even a WhatsApp call and it comes through, we're going to pick it. We just want to tell people that the line is jammed. We're trying to, get people through. So if you call in and it's still jammed, just take your time because one person needs to get through at a time. That's the thing. One person needs to get through at a time. Still on YouTube, Dan Solomon says, you're speaking the mind and feelings of Ghanaians. Thumbs up to you, brother. Kwesi Ajima Prempe again. Jeff Pupulampo again. Vincent Fomeke again. Enum Alex say, time will tell. Kevin. Isaka Karim says, my brother, you are doing a great job. Good. Good one. Vivian Abuajua says, when are you going to interview our former president? Please. There are 3 former presidents in Ghana. I think there's somebody on the line. I can pick a call now. Let's see if it's going to go through. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello, this is George.
Hello, George. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm calling from London.
Great. How is London, George?
Yeah, London is doing great.
Great. So, what's your submission?
Yeah, my submission is I want to know if Ghana, we don't have any technical expertise to deal with our voter biometric system,
Register,
which has been the one they have been using for the past 6 or 7 years.
I'm listening to you, George.
So if we have an expertise, why the new one that they are buying, they can't upgrade it to the new to the old system so that we can have a good register for the next election?
All right, that was a submission, George. Thank you very much for the question. I think we will look into it, and maybe in the next episode we can answer that question. Thank you very much, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, I.
How are you doing, sir?
How about how are you, sir?
Great. Where are you calling from, sir?
Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland.
Staten Island. All right, you can go on, sir.
Thank you very much. The question, I think. Yes. My contribution is, why can't we just make Ghana a peaceful country?
Great question there. Thank you very much, sir. Whoa, they're blowing my ears now. Blowing my ears now. Try and turn off your set. Lower the set, please. My ears. Oh man, they blew my ears up. Somebody, can you turn down your set before you call, please? There's a call coming in. Let me pick this call. Hello, caller. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Hello. Fine. Where
are you calling from?
I'm calling from Germany, Cologne.
Oh, you're calling from Germany. How are you doing, guys? How are you guys doing in Germany?
Very good. Very good. Everything is okay.
I'm listening to you, sir.
I want to ask a question. We don't know why it's right now that the Electoral Commission, they want to make a new register, because even the name, the Ghana card that they are doing, look at how it's going. A lot of problems. Even in my Brown region, Sunyane, in my hometown, I asked the assemblyman there. He said that about more than 20 4,000 people there. They register only about 4,000 people.
Yeah.
So the rest, they did not register anybody. Now,
really?
the vice president is saying that we are going to use that one to register the new voter register that is coming. What is going on? Why this government is so hard? Today I listened to this Asempa. You see the Electoral Commission came there and talked rubbish. Sometimes the heart cannot hold it.
You need patience, my brother. That was a very
God help. Yeah, God help Ghana.
Thank you very much, sir.
I tell you.
Thank you for calling, and we wish to talk to you next time. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Yeah, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, thank you. How about you?
Great, we're doing good here. Thank you.
Oh, okay. My name is Isaac. I'm calling from California.
Oh, Cali, how are you guys doing in the West Coast?
Oh, you're doing good.
Great. Yeah, you can go on your submission.
Right, yeah, Kevin. You see, I have a big problem with our leaders. You see, like we use a voter register for our assembly election, right?
Yeah.
And there wasn't any issue. Okay. Now the Electoral Commissioner came out to give us a report that the process was like 99% perfect. Now, heading to the presidential election, we are calling for a new voter register, which is going to cost us so much money.
Yes, so much money. Yeah.
Yeah. So my question is, why do our leaders say that we don't have the money? Like they always complain that we don't have money, like going to people to borrow money, and we are going to spend this huge amount of money for a new voter registration. For me, it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. So we already have a voter register which we have used for our assembly election, which was okay. So why new one?
All right, sir. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you very, very much. I think we have to take the next caller. Thank you. Hello, caller. How are you? Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm doing good. Yeah, I'm doing good, Kevin.
Great.
How are you?
Great. Where are you calling from, please?
Yeah. Maryland.
Oh, how are you guys doing in Maryland? Yeah, you're very close to me. Can we make...
Yeah, and my name is Abbas Yoyo. Yeah.
Okay. So, Abbas, what do you have to say today?
Yeah, Kevin, I've been listening to your program from the beginning, and then I'm so marvelous about the things going on in Ghana, especially the Electoral Commission. Because if you listen to all what the opposition parties are saying,
yeah,
it means there's no need for new register. We don't need it.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of money. And I think some people want to share the money to themselves. That's why they are pushing it. Because if you listen to the law, you are trying to tell Ayariga some laws.
Yeah.
That it says we need 8 months to do, and we are not here the 8 months. There is another thing you were going to say that even if you can do this, that you need the consent of the other parties or the parties before you can do that. But he didn't allow you to finish that one, so I didn't get a lot.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, Abbas. I know you're going to call again next time. A lot of people behind you, so sorry if I'm cutting you, but thank you. I think your submission has been made clear. Thank you very much, sir. Hello, caller. How are you? Hello, caller. How are you doing?
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. My name is Joseph. I'm calling from UK.
How is the Queen?
Oh, she's doing all right.
She's still drinking tea. She's still drinking tea.
Yeah.
Chocomilo or Lipton.
Yeah.
So yeah, quickly, can you?
Yeah. First of all, I want to commend you for
thank you very much,
hard
sir.
work you are doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, you've taken on a very brave heart in exposing some of the rotten agendas in our country. You see, Kelvin, the most important thing is about we the youth rising up to the occasion.
Yeah.
We sat down there for far too long. And I think this is what I am commending you, because you have been selfless, and just as it is said in our pledge, that some people lay down their lives for us, and then it is up to us now as the younger ones to also lay our lives down for the next generation. We need to wake up, because what is happening, I have always said in ending my conversation, I have said, having a gun is not the problem. It is what will make you trigger. That is the problem, and that is what is happening.
I think that's something we all have to think about. Yeah.
The actions that will make us trigger the gun is the problem, and that is what is happening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir, from London. Hello, how are you doing, caller? Hello, how are you doing? Hello, sir, how are you doing? Hello, sir, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm Bernard Wahab. Hello.
How are you, Bernard? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Bernard, I can hear you.
Yeah, Bernard, I'm calling from Austria.
Austria?
Europe.
That's nice.
Yeah. I've been watching you on Facebook since last year, listening to your shows.
You are family. Bernard, you are family now. You are family. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with my family. Yeah, I'm with my family. My wife always gave food. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. So I might commend the brave you have all the time to expose these corrupt people.
Thank you, sir.
In Ghana.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And I have to contribute to your program today about the EC. This is a plan to rig the election 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And this
why
is
do you say that?
Yeah, because, since 1992, the 92 MPP didn't came to parliament, they boycott the parliament. But Ayariga is able to work with them to 96.
Yeah.
And they all got on board to contribute to the register for the 96 election. From 96 election, 98, the same thing, and Kufuor won. And after Ayariga exit, Ms. Charlotte said to work with both MPP and NDC.
Yeah.
That was the time even ahead of we have many votarians in our voter register. When Bawumia said he had how many, and he gave the one he presented to EC, and EC asked him to bring the rest up to today. I don't know whether tomorrow Bawumia will give it to Ms. Jane. So it's their handwork. They just want to make something, spend Ghana money for nothing, manipulate the register, the new register. They are going to manipulate it and rig the election. But trust me, we all are working hard in this Europe to make sure it won't come up.
All right,
they have to use the exist register.
All right. Thank you, Bernard. I think your point has been made. Thank you very much for calling us today. I know you're going to be calling in the shows to come. Thank you, sir. Hello, caller. How are you? Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Good evening. I'm calling from Boku.
Oh, you're calling from Boko.
Hello?
How are you guys doing in Boko?
Osman.
Great. Osman, so what do you have to say today? Yeah.
Yes, say today is that I've been following Loud Silence Radio for about 2 years now.
All right, sir.
And then into everything. First of all, congratulations to Kevin Taylor.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello, caller. How are you?
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm very fine, sir.
Your name and where you calling from, sir?
My name is Christian Delali, and I'm calling from Morocco.
Morocco? How is Morocco? Please. Man, I've never been to Morocco, actually.
Yeah, you need to actually give it a try. It's a very nice country.
Great.
It's a very nice
So, so what's your submission today, sir?
I've also been following your program, and then God richly bless you for the great work you are doing.
Thank you very much, sir.
God richly bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but for me, I actually think that democracy is actually killing our country. Yeah, democracy is really killing our country.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, because spending some time in Morocco here, actually, if you look at their progress and then their
system of governance,
development,
system of governance, right?
System of government, that is it. Yeah, you actually realize that the chieftaincy is actually helping them a lot. And then when we actually look at democracy, what is going on in our country, you realize that it is actually playing a very negative impact. Yeah. So for me, these people with the issue of the EC, they are just trying to make their way out. But I know that God is alive and He's actually working. Everything is going to be fine.
Thank you very much, Christian.
Let's just keep hoping for the best.
Thank you very much, Christian. And
sure.
Thank you to all the guys in Morocco. We really appreciate this call. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Hello, caller.
Hello, caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah, actually, my name is Osman again from Baku.
Yeah, Osman.
Yeah,
how are
actually, I was on the line. Yeah, Osman, how are you? Great.
Yeah.
I'm calling from Baku. Yeah. Actually, I want to congratulate Mr. Kevin for doing a great job. But when you take a good look at this problem, it's like MPP government is just in to steal or maybe do something very... I don't even understand what this is. Because when you take a good look at about the new chamber problem, thank God our good and hard-working two gentlemen went in and then brought everything on viral. But we thank God Almighty. We have to be on them very, on a very, we need to be on this piece because as far as this is going on and then they know that definitely they may.
I think we just lost Osman there. Hello, caller.
And then they know that definitely they may.
Hello, caller.
I think we just lost Osman there. Hello, caller.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
Good. This is Richard Yaba calling from London. Good. This is Richard Yaba calling from Kent, London.
All right, Richard.
My question, Kevin, is that if this party won with the same voters register, how on earth would they think that all of a sudden, a few months ago, now it's all overstretched? I don't get it.
It is shocking, right? Because you 2016 we used the same register. My party, the MPP, we won, and we just had the assemblyman elections, and we used the same register. So these are the kind of questions we have to be asking each other and asking people in charge, because we need to know what is really the problem, because we used this voter register less than a month ago.
Exactly. And my friend appointing
Honorable was my guy. Oh, my friend, Honorable lost.
He was my guy too. The guy, Miss Coco and
Richard, you know something? I'm going to give you some assignment. Just try and get in touch with Aponchi and get him here. I'll talk to him. Thank you very much, Richard, for calling us today. Thank you.
I'll try. Thanks. Bye.
Hello, caller. The lines are jammed now. So my producer told me we were supposed to be done 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago. We're still here. In the no, the I hello, caller. You know, I don't even know what's happening now. My phone is confused like Ghana economy. Like, I don't even know where my producer told me, like, Kevin, if you open these phone lines, you. Hello, caller. How are you doing?
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Fine. I'm fine, sir. Please, I'm Saki. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm from Germany. I'm speaking from Germany.
A lot of Germans calling today.
Yeah, we are serious. As you can, I'm going straight to the. Yeah, I'm going straight to the point.
Okay.
This is the tactical way of clearing the way of the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they just want to divert the attention.
Mm-hmm.
You have something called diversion of political issues and causes.
Okay.
This issue, they can impose censure on it to further notice.
All
and
right.
then you go straight to the tactical way of handling the whole thing. One, Uncle, you mentioned something like the internet, that these people are planning to reduce the stream.
Yeah.
So the
NCA.
beginning of this year, yes, beginning of this year, we are about to face these calamities. The program that we are doing, especially we the outsiders are enjoying or having effective, we are having the effective way of hearing all these things. But when you get in touch with our people downtown, brother, you will be shocked that they are not hearing anything. They are ignorant and they don't know anything what is happening.
That's very true.
So the stream, the internet stream, he said when they buy 10 Ghana cedis for YouTube, when if they download the YouTube at the instant, the whole thing squash.
Yeah.
So
Uncle Saki, we will definitely have time and discuss this into detail. Trust me.
Okay.
We will talk about this. I'm very, very sure you are Fanti, right?
Yeah.
Bibiashe.
Yeah.
All right. Then we'll talk very soon. Thank you very much for your submission, Uncle Saki. Hello, caller.
Hello.
How are you doing, sir?
Very good. How are you?
Great. Please, where are you calling from?
Right.
Your name?
I'm calling from London, Edmonton in London, and my name is Awal.
Awal. How are you doing, Awal? Submission.
I'm very good, thank you.
All right, sir.
Right. Should I hold on?
No, go on. Yeah, just make your submission, sir.
Oh, okay. Actually, my submission has to do with what Alassane Ayariga said. The guy is very smart and he makes a lot of sense to me. On the other hand, I am inclined to believe that our Ghanaian leaders, they are actually scheming things to rule over ignorant Ghanaians. They try or contribute so much to make Ghanaians ignorant so that they can rule them. I think that is the plan that's being moved by our leaders. Because it don't make sense to hear all this that is going on. It doesn't actually make sense. That people who are educated in foreign countries and know how things are done properly will go to our motherland instead of bringing programs that will enlighten and elevate Ghanaians. They will rather keep Ghanaians in the dark for their nefarious activities. So I just think that the senior journalists and the learned people in Ghana should just do away with selfishness and sensitize Ghanaians.
All right, sir.
Rules. Yeah, educate them. Let them know what is happening.
Thank you very much, sir.
He probably will not pay them. He probably will not pay them as much as they get.
Yeah.
But at least service to mankind is service to God.
Thank you very much.
God fearing, you will elevate the grassroots. You elevate them to know what is happening, so that when it comes to elevate elections, they will make an informed choice.
Thank you
Instead of people making their choices blindly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Awal. We really appreciate your time. And So I think we've passed our closing time. We're supposed to close at 4. Now it's 4:20. I think now it's about 9:20 in Ghana. Now you have to understand on Sunday, we start Loud Silence Radio. We've started rolling out our shows. On Sunday there will be a new show Sunday at 3 p.m., which is 8 p.m. in Ghana. 8 p.m. in Ghana. We'll have the Ghana Agenda Show. The Ghana Agenda Show. This show, they're going to talk about statistics. They're going to talk about money. They're going to talk about the economy. This show is going to be is going to be hosted by Alfred Amuzu. Alfred Amuzu, you remember I hosted him here. He's one of the smartest guys we have on the block. And he will be hosting that show Sunday, 3 p.m. U.S. time, 8 p.m. Ghana time. Loud Silence Radio, we started rolling out our shows, and you can't miss this show because they are going to tell you about the digits, the numbers, the ones that they use to confuse you. This guy will be breaking it down with his co-host on Loud Silence Radio. I'm going to take 2 more calls, and then I'll end today's show. Hello, caller. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you? Where are you calling from? Your name?
Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Joe from Netherlands.
All right. How are you doing, sir, Joe?
I'm doing good. And
Great.
you, Kevin?
I'm doing good.
Nice. Yeah. Give thanks for all the good work you're doing.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, and I'm proud of what you're doing. Keep it up, and God bless you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, but I'm about the voters register.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't make sense, as you say. It doesn't make sense for a new voters register. And in Ghana, I don't know what they are going to do about the new voters register, because for me, it doesn't make sense. All they want to do is to erase the elections, and we know about it. But all I want to say is, what are we going to do to keep things right in the country? That is something I always think about.
Honest people ask these questions. Very honest Ghanaians ask these questions, especially this particular one. What are we going to do?
Yeah.
You know,
what are we going to do to keep things right? Because that is my problem. I always think about it.
All right, sir. All right, sir. And I know
we keep making calls. We keep making calls. We call. But what are we going to do to solve the problem?
That's a good question. I know you'll be joining us in the next shows and all that, and we will be also talking to you. So there's more room to have this discussion. And this is the first time we're taking calls. So we familiarizing ourselves with each other and all that. So definitely we will be talking to you again. Thank you very much, sir, and thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I've been monitoring the all due respect, and then I saw you were coming in with the radio, and now I think no, it's a good time for us to get in touch. So I'll keep in touch.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Keep it up.
Okay, so I'm going to read some few messages on YouTube and on Facebook, then wrap up the show. On Facebook, we have Joshua Lesu Wedu says, Bright Apia Dauda, it's not the cost alone, but outcome of the results. These are the genesis of the wars. Says, this election, dear, no amount of rigging will sustain Anado. He has failed Porto, whether new voter register or not. Al-Hassan Neza in Pagia says, Jen Mensah can't be trusted. Julius Nakwe Korte is watching. How are you doing, Julius? Martin Aya is watching. Ibrahim Tamaklo, God bless our homeland, Ghana. Lots of messages coming in. This is coming from Agudi Abodi says, Jen Mensah and Bossman, please listen to the minds of reasoning and plunge our country, Ghana, into anarchy. Abigail Owusu is watching. Abbas Amaru says, good one there, Kevin. Another Abbas from Germany. Philip Kwame is watching. Stephen Abosi Smith. Stephen, how are you doing? Say, great work, Kevin. Thank you. This comes from Stephen Abosi. Joshua Lesu. So, hundreds and hundreds of messages coming in on YouTube. We have hundreds of messages coming in. Let me read a few and wrap up today's show. Alex Kobnanyami says, good afternoon, Kevin. And keep it up. Watching you live from New York City. How are you guys doing in New York, New York? Jeff Puplampo is online. Mauli Tsiko said, democracy was implemented by the West in a way to hamper the growth of their colonies, to prove to us that we can't manage ourselves. Jeff Puplampo, hi, Gifty. Womeko, thanks but no fears because I'm just a dead goat. Let Watch News is also watching. It says people were finding it difficult to verify. Bernard A says, Obsolete don't mean it's useless. Please, let's watch news. Your argument is not valid. Kevin, this is Isa Tia says, Kevin, you are just fantastic. Many of our youth are looking up to you. You are doing a great job. Thank you, sir. Bernard A says, I believe is the right thing to do, but at the wrong time. And I also believe in that. It's the right thing to do at a point, but it's the timing is very, very wrong. John Kwekusabi say, you do a great job, Kevin, watching you live from Denmark. Desmond Bonzo say, Kevin, please try and get some of the NPP. I'm trying to get, you see, I need to explain this. I'm trying to get my own MPP guys to come on my show and speak, and nobody wants to come on my show. Nobody wants to come on my show. My show is open. And if any of my NPP colleagues or party foot soldier, whatever, wants to contribute on this show, give me a call. You can call us, or you can call Loud Silence on +1 202 751 8769. I want us to have some diverse conversations. Nobody. I try to reach out to people and nobody wants to speak. Nobody wants to answer questions. Nobody wants to be held. So how do I get the MPP, my own MPP guys, to come on my show and speak? That is the problem. The government of the day is failing. It's struggling to defend its own propaganda. The government of the day is failing to defend its own failures. That is the problem we have. I wouldn't love to sit here every day and speak to people from different parties. I would like to speak to the party, the party in power. Their people, which I belong to. But nobody wants to speak. That is the problem we have in Ghana today. Because everybody's scared to come and make a mistake for their boss to call them and say, hey, you know, we are struggling already. Why do you go say this? I don't get it. I think we, the MPP, we have to be bold. Come on this platform, with all due respect, extended version, and make a case. And make a case why we should give Ghana 4 more years. That is what is important. Nobody wants to speak. Nobody wants to speak. Let me take some few messages. We have 3 minutes to the end of today's show. So is this group of losers really serious now? This is pure daylight robbery and they should be ashamed of themselves. This comes from Christian Adotevia. Nana say, I hope the EC should have done a wider consultation before making this move. Samuel Asantiniro, tell your paymaster to put in more money. All right, Samuel, I hear you. And also, I just want you to do one thing. Just grow your hair. You are too young to be bald. Ima Amuzu say, Kevin, how are you doing? Thank and your team for the good work you are doing. The good Lord will continue to protect you. Michael Smith, Kevin, please, this is a new NDC song that talks about the closure of the bank and etc. Zuzu 2020. YouTube, please play it. Kevin Taylor. Thank you very much, sir. Joseph Ni Tete said, there's no message in there. Atiso Jerry say, my brother, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too. Sally to Salisi. Sally to Sally say, keep on with the good work. May God bless you. Emmanuel Trojan, MPP and EC of Ghana, they on the same bed. Peter Gett say, Chairman, don't be discouraged. We are all involved. Emmanuel, lot of messages coming in, but I want to tell you that on Sunday, 3 p.m. U.S. time, that is 8 p.m. Ghana time, we will be having a show on With All Due Respect. The show is going to be hosted by Alfred Amuzu. The show is called Ghana Agenda. Don't miss the show. This guy is going to break down the economy for you to see what's happening. He's actually going to take the figures and break them down. He's an intelligent gentleman. The last time I told you, I introduced this gentleman and he came on my show and then he actually shocked a whole lot of people. On Sunday, 3 p.m., 8 p.m. Ghana time, join him on Loud Silence Radio and talk about Ghana's economy. On Facebook, I think, and the show needs to end now, because lots and lots of things are going on. People sending messages, text. If we can pick your call now, it's not deliberate. I think we haven't. We need to end the show. And we respect that. I keep saying that people who watch us spend their time over 2 hours to sit behind their computers, their phones, to watch us and take part in this conversation. We do respect you people because you believe in what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Loud Silence Radio. This show is called With All Due Respect Extended Version. The host is me, Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. I'm going to be here next week on Tuesday to delve into other matters. On Monday, expect a piece on With All Due Respect is going to be on the judges in Ghana. Some specific judges are taking some decisions that if we don't take care, is going to bring this country down. I call that piece, I'm going to name that piece or title that piece, The Men in Red. Don't miss this explosive episode on Monday. It's going to come out Sunday night in the US, which is almost morning in Ghana. My name is Kevin Editorial. I thank everybody who was part of this show. I keep saying that let's focus. Youth of Ghana, let's focus. When we focus, we're going to get to the last cent. Don't be distracted. Focus and focus on what you want. What you want is freedom. What you want is to take your country away from criminals, take your country away from men and women who lie, and take your country away from corrupt individuals who are in power today or who were in power yesterday. I keep telling you, focus. And when you focus, you get to the last cent. My name is Kevin Editorial. You'll be listening to Loud Silence Radio, and this is With All Due Respect, extended version.